Oh boy, oh boy. Celery. And the real Mackay. So, alrighty. Where should I begin? Hmm. Maybe I'll start with all the critics in general. So, yeah, there's a lot of commentaries on my reviews, and the sad thing is, they're all terrible. They're they're all vague and they don't ever bring up any good points. Like, how is at least Irate Gamer uses particle illusion? How is that supposed to help me? I mean, really? And what else? Oh yeah, he bitches about the names of the levels in Crash of the Titans. That's something retarded to say because first of all, the videos aren't even reviews, and nitpicking is kind of the point, and the angry video game nerd criticizes the names of the battle toads, so that doesn't work. Bullshit like that. Uh, Probably the least worst is the one made by Psyduck. Psyduck Boy, I don't know, I forgot his name, Chain Reaction, yeah. Uh, he brought up a lot of good points. I agreed with him. With a lot of what he said, but then he ruins it by pretty much saying, Wario sucks. You know, so that's what these trolls do. They bring up some good points, but then they dilute them all with crap. Now today we're gonna be talking about ass celery, as I'd like to call him. Uh, Basically, if you take the irate gamer, if picture irate gamer as a critic, you'd get Accelerate. Accelerate is irate gamer if he was a critic. All right, his criticisms are horrible. They don't make any sense. They're vague and criticizing my saying, why do they call it Alvin and the Chipmunks just by, saying, well, these other bands do it too. Well, so what? If everyone jumps off a bridge, are you going to jump off a bridge too? Think about it. Besides, I asked a question. The whole point was to make you think, and you didn't even give any valid reason as to why I was wrong. And then you bitch about the worst one. The worst one is when you complained about my saying, well, if Bubsy is behind the waterfall, how is he going to hit an enemy that is in front of the waterfall? They says, well, you can go through water. That is absolutely retarded because Bubsy never goes through the waterfall. He remains parallel behind the waterfall the entire time, never goes through it so he can't hit the enemy. Saying stuff like that is retarded. And, the angry video game nerd, he, in his, Wizard of Oz review, he complained about Dorothy getting hit by a mouse on the fence, and Dorothy was walking parallel in front of the fence. So how can, Dorothy get hit by the mouse? It's the same thing. That's retarded. Then he criticizes my pointing out the arch map in like Mario Karts, saying how they look like dicks, and he's like, oh, blah blah blah, they don't look like dicks, blah blah blah. He's dicks everywhere, blah 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 blah. Move back to San Francisco, where I live, blah 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 blah. Fuck. It's dude. If you don't know what a dick looks like, then don't criticize that. And besides, uh, the the angry video game nerd does it all the time. So does the Irish gamer. And then he also, when I said Peach bitch, more like Peach's Fantasy Dickland, then he says, it clearly reads Peach Beach. Well, that's the joke, you dumbass. Even if it's a stupid joke, that's the joke. You can say it's a dumb joke, and then I'll agree with you, which is why I removed it. But misunderstanding it like that is retarded. And then he goes on to, I don't know. All his complaints were retarded. He made some good ones, like my fragmenting the sentences. That's retarded, right? I don't do that when I'm improvising. I do that in reviews because they're scripted and all that. Pointing stuff out like that, that's fine. And another good thing, when he said, when I said, Diddy Kong, you fuck face, why are you fucking Mario's face? And he said, well, Diddy Kong doesn't have a dick. There you go. Correct. Absolutely correct. I agree. Doesn't have a dick. So therefore, boomstick, a generic Diddy Kong helping Mario joke won't work, which is why I put the bothering Mario joke back in. Now let's. Where should I go now? So yeah, your commentaries on my reviews are horrible, just like everyone else's. These critics don't know what they're talking about. They're obviously trying too hard, too hard. They're like, yeah, they do make some good points. Shadowblaze made a good point saying, that's not Link, that's Sword Kirby, you idiot. Congrats, absolutely correct. I took that out. Uh, another, it was in a parody. Someone said, "Well, I'm going to bitch about Diddy Kong Racing DS and not give a reason." There you go. Absolutely correct. See, I can take criticism. You cannot take an ounce of criticism. Same with the real Mackay. Cannot take criticism at all. At least I take criticism. Criticism. That's why I revise my reviews so much. Uh, there is Zelda music in Mario. Yeah, right. I took that out. The Donkey Kong music in Conquer is just a parody, and everyone does that. Yeah, you know what? True. Took that out. Uh, the glove bitching in Sonic Riders was retarded. Yeah, I took it out. These it is possible to make good criticisms, but none of these critics are doing it. They're making retarded complaints, saying shit that makes no sense, like you don't fuck with the circle. It's like every single one is like retarded. Like, no offense to the trolls or critics, whatever. But how is that supposed to help me? Like saying, like when I like saying, uh, you can move the joystick to perform different attacks in my Sonic Adventure review. Seconds before I say it, he says, "Well, you can move the joystick to perform different attacks," and then like seconds later, I say it. Then I say you can perform you can move the joystick to perform different attacks. That's retarded. Cutting me off to put a criticism when I basically say whatever like 2 seconds after. Like that's absolutely retarded. And it's just like they want to see fault in it, and sometimes, like I said, sometimes they make good points, but most of their criticisms are just retarded. And I made commentaries on all of them, and then I did it, like as just for fun too. I wasn't really serious. And then all these people got all butthurt about it. So then I was like, forget it. So I just deleted it. And it was pretty retarded anyway. Nevertheless, yeah, these trolls, these critics, they get so butthurt at my criticizing, Sonic, Crash, Spyro, Conquer, Fox. They get so butthurt, they make a commentary on it. Then when I make a commentary on their commentary, they think I'm the one that's butthurt, even when I do it for fun, when they're doing it all seriously. Like, what's worse, making a serious commentary on an unserious review, or making an unserious commentary on a serious commentary? Think about it for 2 seconds. Nevertheless, the real Mackay, I watched his Wolfenstein review. I thought it was okay. His acting was, it was fine. He could have put a little bit more emotion into it, but it got the job done. He brought up a lot of good points and all that kind of stuff. I just said, talk about, Wolfenstein for the Jaguar and for the Super Nintendo. He only talked about the DOS one, like at least talk about the Super Nintendo and Atari Jaguar one. And you don't have to, keep saying what you're not going to review, what you're not doing. That's just like filler, pointless filler. Get to the point. Say you're going to review Wolfenstein 3D, put a picture behind. Boom, that's it. Regular criticism, that was all. Besides that, it was okay. Then he gets so butthurt and so angry. He starts, bitching. Oh, fuck. Like, go watch the video. You'll see. I politely left a comment. Then he starts getting all butthurt, and then he got so angry. It was ridiculous. I was just laughing hysterically. It was just ridiculous. He got so upset at the criticisms, and then I pointed out, he mentioned something about me. I don't really care. I just pointed out. I even forgot what I pointed out, but I didn't care about that at all. He said I was like ignorant or something, and I was like, no. How am I ignorant? I don't know, something like that. That was just nothing, whatever. But my main issue is that he just cannot take criticism at all.